we're gonna make a cornbread cowboy casserole. Starting with 2 pounds of ground beef. We're gonna get this brown and drain and start adding in our other stuff into the meat. All right, we got that brown and drain, and we're gonna throw in our taco seasoning. Whatever taco seasoning you prefer, just throw it on in there. Get that flavor. Give it a little toss. And then we're also gonna throw in a can of pinto beans. Undrained, you don't need to drain them. Rotel, also you don't need to drain that. Just pour the whole thing in there. And then some white corn, whole kernels. This you do drain. Throw that in there with the meat, and you're gonna let it simmer in there for 5 minutes. While that's simmering, take 2 corn muffin mix packets, throw them in a mixing bowl. Throw in 2/3 cup of milk, a couple of eggs, and get that all mixed together. Got that mixed together. Now we're gonna come back to that meat mixture that we made and pour it into our bowl. I have to do it with both hands because this thing is heavy. I'm not trying to break my wrists.
Look, it's all going in there.
Yeah. This is one of those really good Tex-Mex easy recipes. All right, once you got that in there, we're also going to throw in a cup of shredded cheese. I did cheddar, you can do whatever cheese you want. Shredded it myself because it just melts better like that. But if you don't have time and want to do the bag stuff, that's all good. Once you have all that in there, you're going to want to stir it all together. Get everything mixed together, the cornbread, the cheese, everything. Just all one big happy Tex-Mex family. All right, got that good and folded in together. So we're going to bring over our 9x13 baking dish and just pour it on in there. That's what I'm talking about. Ooh, man, that looks good. I cannot wait to see how this turns out. Alrighty. So we've got the oven preheated to 425. We're gonna throw it in there for 30 minutes. And this thing should be ready. 30 minutes. Let's see how this turned out. Oh yeah, it's like a perfect golden brown on top. Oh my goodness. This looks amazing. We're talking a little more quiet because we just put our daughter down. But don't let that hide the excitement that I have about this. We're gonna let this thing cool off for a minute and then I'm gonna try it. All right, let's give this a try. Okay, a little piece here.
Oh, smells so good.
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
That's some good home cooking right there. Got the cheese all melted in there too. It's nice and meaty. And then if y'all want, you can add a couple extras on top. I personally am gonna add a little sour cream. My wife would leave this part out, so.
Yeah.
But I like sour cream on this kind of stuff. And then also, if you want to add a little bit of salsa on top or hot sauce, I'm putting a little salsa on there. Let's give this thing a try. Mmm. That's really good. That's really good, y'all. Mmm. That's just a good down-home Tex-Mex. Some good comfort food. Mmm. If you're like looking for something to bring to the next get-together, try this out. All right, y'all, today we're gonna do a super simple dump and bake chicken Alfredo pasta. Probably the easiest, most simple way to make it. You have uncooked pasta you're gonna start with. And we're gonna put in a rotisserie chicken that we shredded up. And whatever Alfredo sauce. I'm doing the 4 cheese from Classico. Just dump all that together. Scrape out your insides. And you're good to go. Get all that kind of mixed. You're just gonna lightly mix it, and then we're gonna put in our liquid. Okay, so here we got 2 cups of milk. And pour over it. There we go, our oven is ready. We're also gonna do 1 cup of water. And then our seasoning, we're gonna do garlic powder. I am a garlic lover, so I'm gonna do a little extra. You do whatever amount of garlic feels good to you. Maybe a couple of teaspoons for people who wanna be on the conservative side of it. And we're gonna do salt. And pepper, of course. All right, and then let's get all that kind of mixed together. Then we want to take out a sheet of aluminum foil, get it tightly wrapped. We're going to throw it in the oven for 40 minutes at 375. It's been in there for 40 minutes. Now we're going to pull it out. Those noodles should be nice and cooked, and the water and the milk in there. Let's pull this guy back. And then I've shredded 1.5 cups of mozzarella cheese that we're going to put over the top of this. All right, so we got the cheese nice and spread over the top. We're going to put it back in the oven for 10 to 15 minutes until this is nice and melted and bubbly. I want it melted and bubbly. All right, let's get her out of there. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, that's nice bubbling. Oh my goodness. Look at that. That is some cheesy goodness right there. Just go ahead and try this thing. What do you think?
Yeah. Nice and creamy.
Oh yeah, it is. Oh goodness.
Whoa.
Look at that, y'all. That is some good stuff. Look at that cheese pull. Oh my goodness. Ooh, look at the creamy. Oh man, this looks awesome. And it's so easy too. You didn't even have to like cook the like look at that. Look at the noodle. It's cooked through. You didn't even have to boil it beforehand or anything. This is why I love dump and bake recipes, y'all. Put that cheese on there. Oh yeah. It's good. It is good. That is just like a that's just like a simple comfort food. Fill you up. Warm the soul. And you literally just dump it all in there and it's ready to go. Y'all gotta try this at home. We're gonna start with some shredded chicken. Go ahead and dump it on the bottom of our 9x13 that's been lightly greased. Spread it around. We're making a chicken and dumpling casserole, poor man style. Get it somewhat evenly over the bottom. I'm talking like this because my daughter is getting fussy, so just bear with me. And we're gonna throw some garlic powder over that. Some pepper. And some salt. All right, and once you got your seasonings on there, we're gonna pour some peas and carrots over the top of our chicken. If you don't want vegetables, you can leave this part out. I do want some veggies in there, so this is a 12-ounce bag that I'm putting over the top of the chicken. All right, y'all, so now it's time to make our dumpling layer. So we're gonna go over here to our mixing bowl. We're gonna throw in 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, a little bit of salt, and 1 cup of milk. We're gently going to stir that together. Now that we've gently mixed that together, we're going to gently pour it over our chicken, peas and carrots. Got beets on my mind apparently. Just pour it over that. Now you do not want to stir this. You want to let it go flat over it. That is an important part of this recipe. You do not want to stir into this. It needs to go on top. There we go. All right, get that on there. Now, if you do need to smooth it over, just take the bottom of a spoon and just gently smooth it over the top of that. Just gently. Okay, we got our dumpling layer smoothed over the top. So now we're gonna go over and make our creamy broth layer. We have 2 cups of chicken broth, as well as 1 can of cream of chicken soup.
Gonna get every last bit.
Make sure and scrape it out. A lot of it's not wanting to come out. I know y'all have some good hacks for getting these out of here. I need to start implementing them. If y'all want to drop any hacks for getting stuff out of these cans. All right. Once you get all that cream of chicken soup off of there, we're going to gently whisk this together. All right, we've got that nice and mixed together. So we're gonna pour it over our 9x13. Once again, you do not want to stir, just gently pour it so it kind of covers everything. Go. And then finally, I melted 1 stick of butter that we're gonna just drizzle over the top of that. Okay for us. All right, got the butter all over there. So we have the oven preheated to 375. We're gonna throw it in there for 45 to 50 minutes until this top is a nice golden brown. 45 to 50 minutes at 375. Been like 50 minutes. Let's go ahead and take this thing out. Ooh, it's smelling really good. Ooh, look at that, y'all. That is looking awesome.
Yum.
Okay, so once we take it out, you want to let it sit for about 10 minutes and it'll kind of thicken up. Let it settle and thicken a little bit, and then we'll come back and try it. All right, let's give this a try. Ooh, look at that.
Whoa.
Whoa. Oh, that looks awesome. That looks so good. I've never made anything like this. Kim would be proud.
Should.
Alright, moment of truth. Let's give it a try, people. Mmm. Y'all, this is just like some good comfort food, just like a good down-home recipe. If you want something that kind of fills up the soul, not just the belly, but the soul. This one right here. Try it at home.